Grand Rising. It's that time again. It's Wipeout Wednesdays. And I'm Lynn, Dr. Lynn Dunn. I'm a doctor of metaphysics with the Anu practice. And every Wednesday, I come up around 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I do what is called Wipeout Wednesdays. And what Wipeout Wednesdays is that I normally take something, experience or something that has happened within the past week, and I'm wiping it out if I discover that it no longer, it no longer serves me. Hey, Amy. And so what I do is I share what it is, what happened, what I learned from it, and then I either keep it or I redefine it, or I completely wipe it out, and then I replace it with something else that works better for me now. So that's what this is. If you're just joining, if you're listening to the replay, welcome. So I will get into what this week's Wipeout Wednesday is, because I'm actually really excited about it. Hey, Annette. Good to see you. So I'm doing Wipeout Wednesdays, and if I don't know if you noticed, but the title of it this week is The Birds. And what that means for me is that, so for the past, I would say maybe 8 years in our house, we, on our porch during the spring, we normally have birds that come, and in the little like space that's on our porch, they will build a nest, and they'll nest there, every spring. And it's been happening for the past, like I said, about 8 years. But normally it's during the spring. And so there have been some times that if we catch it in advance, like if we see like one twig or stuff, we'll knock it down. And the reason we were knocking them down when we could, and usually didn't happen that way, but once or twice we were able to do it to stop them from coming. And the reason we were stopping them from coming was because the birds would come, and then they built their nest, and then we basically couldn't get in and out of our house without being attacked. We would have guests come over, and the birds would come and they would attack them, and they would attack us. So we would go in and out of the garage, and it was really an inconvenience. And so, like I said, so usually when we noticed it before they got it built, if they ever got built and we didn't notice it, we always said, no, we're not going to tear it down, because I'm a mom, I'm a mommy, and so I don't mess with people's taking care of the kids. I don't care what it is, bird, cat, dog, I don't care, fish. Once they've established it, I'm not gonna do it, and we just worked around them. So this spring we didn't have that, like no birds came. So we were like, okay, that's cool, no birds came, perfect. Well, about 3 weeks ago, I walked out the front door, and there was a nest. And I was like, uh-oh, how'd that happen? Now, normally I go in and out of my house through the garage because out the car, but I do every other day I go out for a walk. Or I try to at least go out for a walk. I do boot camp 3 days a week, and then the alternate days I'm walking, because I'm on a goal. And that goal is, I've made a declaration to myself that I'm going to live the rest of this life happy, healthy, wealthy, and in good shape. So in order for me to do that, I found 2 things that I love to do and I can commit to, and that's boot camp and that's walking. So that's what I've been doing, and changing my diet too as well. But when I walked out like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, how did I miss that? But first thing that came to my mind was, oh God, here we go. Now I'm not going to be able to walk out my front door. I'm going to have to start going through the garage, because now these birds are going to come. And I was going on and on and on based on my experiences I've had in the past. Well, I said to myself at that time, I said, look, no. We're not going to have this. Like, there's something different about this one. And it's different first because they came in the summer and we were always used to this appearing in the spring. So I said, there's something different about this. So during my healing with the new practice and becoming more aware of my spirituality and just all of that I've gained from being with the new practice, I decided to Google what the spiritual meaning of a bird building their nest on your front porch. And when I Googled it, it said that, I'm paraphrasing it, but basically it said it was bringing good luck to the people within the house. So I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna leave it then. I definitely, at that point, I decided I'm not touching it because I'm like, this is good. So I left it alone. And, but I said, I'm going to have peace. Hey, Patrice, I'm going to have peace, love, joy, happiness, and all that. So that's what I put out for this time. I said, no, this is going to be a good thing. I even said, I'm going to respect the bird. The bird's going to respect us. It's all good. And sure enough, after that, when I would walk out the door, if the bird was in the nest, it would immediately fly away. And then I would walk out. And then when I come back from my walk, if it was sitting there, it'd fly away and let me come walk into the house. So I'm like, cool, this is so different from what I've experienced in the past. And this is good. So the other day, it was Monday. Monday we were cooking and I ran out of butter. And so I said, I told my youngest son, I said, I'm going to go over and borrow some butter from our neighbor. And so he's like, okay. So I had heard, like, in the mornings when the house was still, I could hear the little chirping. So I knew that the eggs had hatched. I knew the little birdies were out. Hey, Mary, I knew the birds were out. So I said, oh, good. But this was my first time when I walked out the door, I saw the little birdies and they little fuzzy things that's like, and I think it's about, I know for sure it's 3, but it may be a 4th one in there, but I'm not sure because I just did a quick little glance. But I saw their little, I saw them sitting in there. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. But immediately what went to my head was, oh no, now they're gonna start attacking me because now the birds are out. So of course, guess what happened? So I walked out to my driveway and there was the mom and dad start coming. They never came close to me. They just kind of swarmed around a little. And I said to them, I said, I know the babies are out now. I said, just like I told you before, I'm not going to mess with them. I respect your space. I'm a mom too. So no worries. But they were, I said, I know. But in that space, I started feeling anxiety and I had my cell phone with me. So I started feeling anxiety, like, oh shoot, these birds gonna start attacking me and pecking at me. And I'm gonna take you back because years ago, I worked at this job, I don't even know what type of bird it was. It was a big bird. And it had built a nest in the trees that were down the walkway that we used to walk back and forth to the parking structure. And this bird had gotten really aggressive because they had built a nest and they were protecting. So this bird came down and swooped down one morning and plucked a piece of hair out of my head. And from that point on, I've been always nervous, afraid, scared of that situation. And I knew why the bird did it, but it still scared me and it just left a bad feeling in me. So like from then until now, that's what I've always expected. If you get by a bird's nest and they have, they're gonna try and attack you. So this is what happened. I went across the street, got the butter, and I stood on my neighbor's porch. I created this conversation with her, like, yeah, how you doing? Because I was scared to go back to my house because I was like, now that the birds are out, the babies are out, they're gonna attack me. So So I stood there for a while. So then I told my neighbor, I said, look, I got that bird nest. So she said, She said, I don't even know why you didn't knock it down. I said, well, no, I'm not knocking it down once they're there. And two, like I said, I had looked up the spiritual meaning of it, and I was like, no, I ain't knocking out my luck. So good luck. So no, they gonna stay, and I'll just work around it. Okay, Lynn, start preparing yourself to work around, because now they're gonna start attacking you, because now the babies are out of their eggs. So I had my phone and I said, okay, I'll just call my youngest son and let him know, open the garage so I can come through the garage. And so something told me, well, one thing happened. My neighbor said, I'll watch you. Don't worry, I'll watch you. I said, okay. So I started making the walk back. And as I'm walking back, here they come again. Now, still, they never came up close to me like that original bird way back when did, or even the other birds the previous years that came close, like they came close and stuff. This one never has, and they didn't do it that day, but I'm still caught up in that old experience. So I'm expecting them to do it, but they never did. So I got to my door and I ran in the house, and my son was waiting at the door, and I literally like almost knocked him down trying to get in the house. I was like, oh my God, I'm down, the baby's on. So all that. So yesterday, my youngest son, again, me and him was talking. And I can't remember what we were talking about that led us to the conversation about the birds and how I felt about the birds, and, my whole experience with the birds, and from that first bird and then the birds in the past. And I was talking about them, and I said, and then all of a sudden I said, I don't know why I'm comparing this situation to something that happened before. Like, everything about this situation has been totally different from my previous experiences with birds. So I don't know why I'm like, why am I having this, or why am I doing this? And so my son said, yeah, you're being a bird racist. And I was like, no, I'm not. He was like, yes, you are. You're comparing these birds to those other birds, and they have nothing to do with each other. Now, to take you back just even a week ago, I had shared this story with my trainer and my friends at boot camp. And I was saying how, the same thing, this nest, and so far, and this is what I said, so far, this little bird has been totally sweet and nice. And when I come on the porch, it leaves. When I come back, it leaves. And then, and we have been having a really good thing going on. It's not like those previous birds. And my trainer asked me, he said, what type of bird is it, Lynn? And I said, I don't know. I said, but it's a little tiny bird. And then he said, does it have the white on the thing? I said, oh, no. I've had those before. And those things are real. They will attack you. Like, that's the kind that's always come. And so he said, those are mockingbirds, the ones that attack. I said, oh, no. This is not it. That's not the type of bird this time. I said, cool. So So I knew that this was a totally different bird. And I was experiencing a different experience with these birds, but yet I was holding on to the experience of what the bird that did me wrong, I should say wrong, because they were just protecting their babies and so on and so forth. And even yesterday, I was talking to my friend while we were working out, and I told her, I said, yeah, the birds are born, and she said, oh, they're just swim. She said, what type of bird is it? Again, she asked me, and I said, I'm not sure. She said, but they're just letting you know that they're around. I said, okay, that's fine. So I was fine with all that. But when my son said to me, you're a bird racist, like, you're judging these birds, and these are different birds. Like, that the one that was attacking you was a mockingbird. This other bird, I don't know what the name of it is, but you clearly know it's a different bird. So why are you attaching what happened to you with those birds onto this bird? And so I was like, oh my God, that is so true. I said, this is a totally different experience. Like, this is totally different from what I've experienced in the past, yet I'm trying to make it B, I'm basically was saying to myself, I already been through this. I know how this goes out. I know how this is going to happen. And so that's what I was experiencing. I was trying to create the old experience, even though this new bird kept time and time again trying to show me I'm different. And I even said to the bird, I said, I'm not trying to harm your babies. I'm just all that stuff. I also realized in myself that, yeah, this is different, Lynn. So come to this morning. And it's time for me. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Regina. Hey, Grandmother Ann. Come into this morning. And I'm getting ready to go for my walk. Because, like I said, on the days that I don't do boot camp, I go for a walk. And so I'm sitting there at the table and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go for this walk. And I said, and like I told you, I have a goal. My birthday is in 10 days now. And I have a goal that I want to meet. And I know in order to meet my goal, I need to be moving. I need to be active. So I need to go do my walk. And I have no excuse not to. But yet I started feeling like this anxiety about walking out the front door. Even though I had had that discussion with my son last night, that stinking thinking kicked in and said, they're going to attack you. Go through the garage. I even started going, okay, if I take the garage opener with me, the remote, then I can go through the garage and then I can come through there and I said, I can go through the back door and go just around the house. I'm going, even though I had established that up until that point, other than them swarming around, that they never had attacked me. So I even came to remember, I said, look, my two oldest sons walk in and out that door every night because they go to work. And not once since those birds have been there have they ever ran in the house and said, oh my God, like they gotta go, or they They have never said that. So I'm remembering that this morning as I'm having this inner battle with don't go, don't go. So I said to myself, I said, you're going to beat this today. You're going to push past, you already know that these are different birds. Stop attaching them to one experience that happened way back when. Like, this is a totally new, different experience. These birds have done nothing wrong to you. They have never attacked you. Walk out your front door. So I said, okay. So I went and I put my shoes on and everything, and my heart's going, So I walk out the door and I see the little birdies, they're sitting in thing. And I walked off the porch and I got to the end of my walkway, and sure enough, the mom and dad came and they were doing like they normally do. They were just kind of swerving. They never got close to me, not a pinch. They were just, but I could see them and I could hear them going chip, 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 chip. And so I said to him, I said, look, same schedule as usual. I'm just going for my walk. I'll be back, not touching your babies, not harming. Good morning. So they did it for a little, like a couple of steps. I went like maybe 2 or 3 houses and then they flew away. And I was really proud of myself. I was really happy. I was like, yes, I conquered it. So I came back from my walk, and as I'm coming back, now there's like about 6 of these little birds like swarming and coming, and I'm like, they done went and got their friends. That stinking thinking coming back. I'm like, they done went and got their friends. They're gonna come in. And I was like, stop. No. Peace, love, joy, happiness. And I went on and I kept walking. They went. I saw them go to the front door. They kind of looked, and then they swarmed off and went away, and I walked in the house. And I just had such an amazing feeling and freeness on me. And so that's what the Wipeout Wednesday is about today. It's me realizing that I was taking one experience that happened, I'm going to say 20 years ago, where a bird had a nest, was protecting its nest, and just came down and swooped down and plucked a piece of my hair. It scared the heck out of me, made me have a really bad feeling. I think I even ran, and the bird started kind of as I was running. I took that one experience, and since then, every time something with a bird in a nest came into play, I said, "Hey, Lavelle," I said, "Uh-oh, I already know what's going to happen. I already experienced this. I already know how this is going to turn out." And so that's what I produced. But yet this beautiful bird family, this mom and dad, this time came to show me that no, it doesn't have to always be the same. Be the same if I want it to be, because that's what happened. Immediately when I decided that, oh, now the babies are out, now they're going to start attacking me, they started swarming around me. Because before that, they would fly off the porch and go somewhere while I walked, and then they fly off, come back. But this time, because I immediately said, oh, now the babies are out, now they're going to attack me, they started swarming. But even in that space, they still never came right up on me. They never came on me. So it was my decision to create, because I was creating based on what I had experienced. It even was so beautiful that it came with two different types of birds. So I couldn't even say, like, it was showing me this is two totally different situations, but yet I was still trying to make it be that old situation. So that's what I did. I conquered that today. And so what I am saying is that's the wipeout. I am no longer going to take, and I'm spreading this across other experiences in my life, not just this experience with this bird. The birds came to teach me the lesson, but it's not just that one thing, me and a bird. It sprinkles into everything in my life, where I take in one experience and then start creating. And then when I keep producing that, I'm like, see, instead of going, yeah, what I'm going to do going forward. I'm going to say, yeah, I've had a similar situation like this. So I recognize I've seen this before, but I'm going to ask myself, but how are you going to deal with this? What are you going to deal with this? How are you going to deal with it now? And I even also realized that as I came back from my walk, and then I was taking my shower, and it came to me that, okay, in addition to that, Lynn, you've been saying for the last, I'm going to say 6 months for sure, that I am peace, I am love, I am joy, I am harmony, I am abundance, I am love, and so I even realized, I'm telling you, these little birds taught me so much. I'm so excited about this, because they taught me as well as that. That's what I asked for. That's what I have claimed over my life. I have spoken the words, and so it has to happen. That peace, love, joy, happiness has to be in my space. And so anything that is not in alignment with that cannot come into my space. Therefore, the mockingbirds, the one with the stripe that attack, they didn't even come on my porch this year. They didn't even come near me. And I know they're around because on my walk, I watched like 3 or 4 houses down where they did make a nest in a tree. And I watched them bully a bunny rabbit one morning. I watched them bully a squirrel. And even when I was walking by, I kind of giggled because I said, yep, I remember how they did us like that. And even the point of saying, I was saying, you know, I pay for this house. This is when, no. And I'm running from birds. Like, how crazy is that? The years that had happened. But I had declared this year, no, I'm not doing that. First, the mockingbirds didn't come because of my new space. And then even the birds that came, there were a type of bird that was in alignment of where I am. Peace, love, joy, happiness. They came, like I said, I walk out, they fly away. I'll come back, they fly away. They let me go in and out of my house. They let my sons go in and out the house. But that inner stinking thinking kept trying to pull me back into what I had experienced in the past. And how I know that was, like, my neighbor came over one day. My neighbor offered to share some watermelon with us. And she called me on the phone and she said, Lynn, are you home? I said, yeah. She said, we got a watermelon. It's too big for me and her husband. And she said, would you guys like to have the other half? I said, okay. I said, oh, no. But let me come over to your house. I said, because we got these little birds on the porch. And I said, they used to me coming in and out, but I don't know if they'll attack you. So let me come over. Well, see, again, Spirit was trying to teach me, stop creating from one experience. Because what happened? 2 minutes later, ding dong, she rang my doorbell. She was at my front door with the watermelon. And ain't no bird attacked her. I did nothing. Bird didn't attack her because that's not what I had welcomed into my space any longer. I no longer was allowing a type of attack or someone being mean or vicious, or trying to protect their own. So they would do anything to hurt somebody else or gonna get somebody else. So because I had welcomed in peace, love, joy, and harmony. So it all just kind of came together this morning, where the last 3 weeks have made so much sense to me that I had called, basically, to sum it up, I had called in a difference through the work that I have done with the Anew practice. So I'm telling you, if you are looking to change some things about yourself or get to the core or the bottom. Hey, Dr. Tiff. Hey, Dr. Wendy Wynn. If you are working to get to the core of just those things that just don't serve you anymore, and you're going, why am I still doing this? Like, why am I still doing this? Then take the classes. I'm a life coach. Hit me up. We have beautiful other life coaches and doctors. Go on the website, www.doctanu.com or www.theanewpractice, and Anew is spelled ANU.com. And if I don't resonate with you, get with one of them. We have Dr. Tiff, we have Dr. Wendy Wynn, we have Dr. Barb, we have a ton of life coaches. Just log in and just see if any of them resonate with you, because I'm sure they will, and get to this point, because that's what has happened to me. Had I not done this work, I wouldn't have even realized the beauty of what I've experienced these last 3 weeks with these birds. And so because of that, that's what I'm now going to look at and go, where else in my life have I been creating based on one bad experience and reproducing that over and over again, and then going, see, that's what always happens, because I always know. Where all I have to do is stop and say, no, okay, I recognize this now. Now I'm going to create what I really want. Or even the beauty in me realizing this morning that I'm getting what I asked for. And what I asked for was peace, love, joy, happiness. And so that's why the mockingbirds couldn't come on my porch. But I was looking or trying to make these other cute little birds be a mockingbird. They're two separate birds with two separate ways of operating. But I was trying to make everybody, I just said birds, and now every bird that ever existed is going to come and attack me. It's going to come and give me a hard time getting in and out of my house. No more. I'm not doing that. I love those little birds and I respect them. And I'm so happy that they came. I even said, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, what an honor that birds come and they feel like my house is a safe place to host their babies. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, that says something about me and about my house and about my family, that these birds felt it's safe to come and put my nest there, and I can leave and come and I know they're going to be all right. They're not going to be touched, because that's what I honor like I said, once I see that nest being built and it's there, I don't touch it. Even with the ones that was attacking me, I didn't touch it because as a mother, I'm not doing that. No, I just work myself around. But even as I'm speaking to you right now, I am realizing that I just said, no, I'm not going to mess with them. I'm going to work around it. Putting myself last. But this time, I didn't put myself last. I said, no, I'm going to walk out my front door, do my walk, come on back, and we're going to be all right. And because I stood in that knowing, that is what happened. Now, my stinking thinking was trying to put me back into what I was doing before because it wants me to stay in my comfort zone. But nope, that is the wipeout. I am wiping out, taking one experience that happened one time, and now creating from that experience and producing and overproducing and producing over that same experience because I was having the thinking of, oh no, I already know how this is going to turn out. So, and then that's how I started creating. And now going forward, no, I'm going to say, nope, I recognize it. But this is the way we're going. I'm also going to recognize that what have I been speaking over my life? And what I have been speaking over my life is peace, love, joy, happiness. And that's what I'm getting. So I'm going to roll with that. So what have you, so I leave the question to you because I'm going to do the same for me, is what other part of my life have I been doing that in? Taking one experience and now I went and I created it. That's why it was reproducing. And now say, nope, I'm in a different state. I'm in a different mind. And this is what I'm going to do now with this situation. I'm recognizing that, yeah, that did happen. Pick the lesson out of it. But now what do I want to create going forward? What is my intention? Let's see. Mary said, that's angelic energy we share with nature, and Mother Earth knows your intention. That's why they chose your house. Ashe, yeah. Thank you, Ambassador Mary. Yeah. I didn't have an intention of harming them. I didn't even have it with the other ones, the ones that was attacking me. But I realize even now why they were attacking me. They were attacking me, and that type of bird had to come to my house because that's what I was believing. I was believing that they were going to come and attack me. When a bird comes, they put their nest, they're going to attack. And I need to find a way around to not inconvenience them, not bother them so that they don't hurt me. No more. Because I said, no, you ain't hurting me. This is me. I control me. That ain't happening. But even in that, the beauty of the bird and was just trying to teach me I'm different. I am not that same bird. But if you want to go there, then hey, I will give you what you want. So I'm going to fly around you and buzz around you and all that. Now I'm even going to bring my friends. But no more. I'm wiping it out. So again, sharing the comments. I love comments. I love knowing that I'm not out here alone. And I'm not the only one that has experienced things like that. Lavelle said, Ashe, Ashe. Goddess, your fear of the birds has been healed. Peace. Yes, Lavelle. It is gone. And you know what? I'm taking that and I'm going to take that experience and I'm going to look at some other spaces in my life where, again, I have taken it one experience and said, I know how this is going to turn out. And I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. So what are some of yours? Share. Ambassador Mary said, this was an amazing live today, Lynn. Thank you for this. Yeah, thank you for listening because, I am so pumped about this bird thing because it really was a big thing for me. I was really like this morning about that. And I was willing to compromise my goal of being healthier and everything because of my fear of one time where a bird came and plucked some piece of hair out my head. I didn't cut my hair. I didn't grow hair back and all that. But 20 years still, I'm letting my fears go over a plucked piece of hair. Like, really, Lynn? But it's okay. I'm not even shaming myself or nothing because I get why I was doing it. So that's even good too. I'm wiping that out too. It ain't even an embarrassment. It's just funny. It's funny now, but it was real. It was real. I was really afraid, but that's okay. I'm not afraid anymore. So that's why I can laugh about it and smile about it. But yeah, so share this video with someone if you think it can help them. Maybe they've had a bird experience or some, not so much the bird experience, but like I said, because I'm going to take this into other areas of my life and see where I'm doing it in that too, because it's obvious if I did it in that, I'm dang sure doing it someplace else in my life. So I'm going to work. And I hope you do the same too. But yeah, share. And if you're on the replay, still comment. Hey, Chandra, I'm winding up. So I hope you can watch the replay and, find out all about the birds and my conquer over the birds. So, yeah, I just feel really good about that. I feel so free about that. So again, thank you for listening in. Monday through Friday, we come on Who is the We? The new practice. And it's the doctors and the ambassadors. We come on around about 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We come on our own pages and we do just what I just did. We share. And on Mondays, we have Dr. Wendy Wynn, and she gets us pumped for the beginning of the week. And she talks about beauty and self-care. Watch the one from this past Monday, this week. She took us to a store. And a beauty store, I think it was Ulta is that. But she walked us through, she told us about foundations and concealers, and then she's going to come back and then show us how to put it all together. So stay tuned for that, for some self-care and beauty. We have Ambassador Mary. She comes on Tuesdays, and she's been a little under the weather, so she hasn't been able to come on. But when she does, she shares her cards, and she talks to our soul through her cards. So it's amazing. And then we have me on Wednesdays, Wipeout Wednesdays, and doing just what I just did, shared an experience, told you walked you through how it happened, what I realized about it, and how I wiped it out or refigured it, and what I replaced it with. And I offer for you to do the same. Thursdays, we have Dr. Anu. She's our mentor. She's the one who started and created all of this. And she's what I call our wild card, because you never know what she's going to have. But whatever it is amazing. And you leave like, wow, that was good. So that's the wild card. And then Fridays, we have Dr. Tiff. And she does Feel Good Fridays. And Dr. Tiff takes you and makes you think, and then she walks you through how to get out of it, and then you're feeling all good for the weekend, and you carry that through, and then boop, we're right back on Monday, and we start it all over again. We also have self-talk, and self-talk is when you talk to yourself. We come together in a sacred space, and we speak for ourselves, and just allow ourselves to hear what our souls are saying to us. And sometimes that leads into some healing. Sometimes it leads into just always feeling like you're not alone. Always feeling that you're in a safe, sacred space. So look out for that. Currently, Dr. New's been playing around a little bit with the time. So I believe that it's going to go back to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday. But right now, I say stay tuned to the page. And what's the page? Facebook, it's the Anu, ANU practice, or the website, www.theanu, Anu is spelled ANU practice.com. And yeah, so that's it. Hey, LaShawn, that's my sister. I'm wrapping up. So hope you listen back to the replay today about my conquering the fear of the birds. which I'm so excited about. Mary said, I can't see because I'm still learning how to scroll through the thing, but hold on, see, I just said it and there you have it. Okay, Chandra, she said she'll have to catch the replay. Great. And then Mary said, that's me. I had a crawfish go in my shorts at the beach and it's made me scared to go into the ocean. Yeah, so Mary, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yes, then Mary said, I will conquer that fear. Ashe. And then she said, I've been slacking, but I will be back soon, guys. Yes, that was Ambassador Mary because she comes on Wednesday. So again, I actually am getting ready to find out when we're going to have self-talk for today. But follow my page, and because I always post when we go live for self-talk and live when the other, when the ambassador or Dr. New or any of the other doctors go live. So follow my page. Again, share. If this resonates with you or you think of a friend or a family member where this would resonate with, then share. And then also share if you've conquered it. Like, let's do that too. Let's share the conquers, the victories, because that keeps us going too, keeps us on a good vibe. So I am going to end it for today. Like I said, I'm going in now and start looking into some other areas where I've allowed this to take over. Nesrin, yes, thank you so much, beautiful. Yes, please do share. Please do share and welcome. And like I said, listen on the replay. And if you're on the replay, thanks again. I love you all, and I will see you next week for Wipeout Wednesday, and hopefully I'll see you on Self-Talk. Okay, gotta go, but love you. Bye. Have an amazing week, rest of the week and weekend.